We are turning Game of Thrones into Game of Tones. Here to show us some throne-themed exercises, Patty Butrim from Gold's Gym. If only I knew what winter is. No, it's winter is coming,
winter
right?
is coming.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, you know, they keep saying that, but I think summer is what's coming here.
Yes,
so
let's get in shape for that.
Right, and we're all watching Game of Thrones every Sunday night, so this is a workout you could do then, and you know what? It's what I do. I lift weights and I know things, okay? Game of Thrones. So what we're going to do today is a couple Game of Thrones themed workouts.
Okay.
Now, a common theme in that show, unfortunately, seems to be heads are rolling, right? So we're going to start with our choppers. Now, this is to tone your upper body here, and this move is called a chopper. So you're taking it from your knee all the way up above your head.
I'm taking it seriously, Patty, but this is cracking me up, too.
That's okay. You know what? And I think this is a much healthier move than, you know, swinging a sword. You'd want to go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Notice I'm grounding myself with my knees slightly bent here.
And what are you working there? Is that core and your arm?
That is engaging my core. I'm mostly going for that upper body, that toning. This is the Game of Tones, right? But my core is definitely engaged as well. Now, we also seem to do a lot of wall climbing, mountain climbing, right? So if you are like Brand, you're climbing, or you're part of the night watch, we're going to throw in these special moves for you here. I'm going down, leg in, leg in. This is a very compound move that's mostly targeting my upper body, but it's going to give you that full strength in case you need to be climbing some mountains.
That's a good one.
You know, fighting people coming in at the same time gets that full body engaged.
Right.
Now, what we also do, Game of Thrones, we're riding those dragons. Got to have some core strength for that.
It sounds weird that so many adults are fixated on a show where we're talking about dragons.
You know what? You never know what's going to come up, right? It takes a lot of core strength to stay on those guys, I would imagine. Yeah. So we're going to go into our hollow hold here, and what I'm going to do is add a row as well. You know, you're steering your dragon back and forth, back and forth. You also, if you're anything like Khaleesi, you want to make sure you're nice and toned for some of those outfits as well, right? So
that's a person. I'm taking.
Yes, that is our Game of Tones upper body focus, and we're going to come back and do the lower body as well.
And now she is showing us some lower body workouts so that we can be revved up for whatever the dragons, the sword
fighting. But you know, something that I noticed in that show is honestly they do a lot of walking through snow, which is difficult. That's toning in itself, right? So we're going to gear up for this lower body Game of Tones workout, right? With one of my favorite, the dire wolves. We're going to start with a downward facing dog just to stretch things out here. So that's stretching out my hamstrings, my calves, all that good stuff. And then we'll really get into that workout here. So the White Walkers, people who are walking, obviously, they're a bad group. And they're walking a lot, and they're very slow. So we're actually going to start with something a little bit slower here in this all-in-place lunge. And the point of this is to do it very slowly. And as you come up and down here, the slower you go, the more of a burn that you're going to feel. So that's for my White Walkers there. Now, to pick up the pace a little bit, you're getting ready for battle. You know, Jon Snow, everybody's fighting.
I've heard that name, Jon Snow. I've heard that name.
You know nothing, Patrice. That's what I'll say to you, and you'll have to look that up later. So we're going to start on our knees here and go right on up to our toes here. So this is gearing me up for some conditioning, and I'm going to go right from my toes here this time into a jump. And back down. And into a jump. And now that is kind of, you know, amping me up for that battle, whether I'm climbing mountains, I'm swinging a sword. Game of Thrones, we got it covered here in this lower body workout. Also, something that I really do suggest, these episodes are an hour and a half long. So get that workout in while you're watching the episode. Every time you see that throne, wall sit, right? Every time a major character dies, calf raises. Oh, they'd be like, every time they're drinking, on fire, right? Drink water, right? So there you go. That is the Game of Thrones challenge at the end of that lower body workout as well.